Hello and welcome back to another episode of the Hunger Games. So it's Halloween and I've decided to take all of these scary monsters, creatures, and Harry Mason and just throw them into this Hunger Games simulator and see who comes out on top. In District 1, we have Godzilla and a Xenomorph. District 2, we have Freddy Krueger and the Predator. In District 3, we have a Necromorph and the Invisible Man. District 4, we have the Stag from Adventure Time and Nemesis. District 5, we have Ghostface and the cursed VHS tape from The Ring. District 6, we have Dead Hand from Zelda and King Ramses from Courage the Cowardly Dog. District 7, it's King Kong and the Warden. District 8, it's Pennywise and Pinhead. District 9, it's Chucky and the Overlook Hotel from The Shining. District 10, it's Jason Voorhees and Michael Myers. District 11, it's the Amnesia Monster and Frankenstein's Monster. District 12, it is Bonnie and Harry Mason, the Bloodbath. As the tributes stand on their podiums, the horn sounds. Pennywise grabs a backpack and retreats. The Stag stays at the cornucopia for resources. The cursed tape runs away from the cornucopia. The Warden runs away from the cornucopia. Jason, Ramses, Harry Mason, and Chucky share everything they gathered before running. Ooh, do we have a team forming? The Xenomorph runs away from the cornucopia. The Amnesia Monster finds a bag full of explosives. Do you even know how to use those? I feel like you're a danger more towards yourself than anybody else. Oh my goodness, the Predator rips a mace out of Pinhead's hands. You better watch out, Pinhead. You don't want to mess with Predator. The Invisible Man runs away from the cornucopia. Ghostface runs away from the cornucopia. Kong runs away from the cornucopia. Oh my goodness, Dead Hand breaks the hotel's nose for a basket of bread. I didn't even know the hotel had a nose. Godzilla grabs a shovel. Necromorph grabs a shovel. Frankenstein retrieves a trident from inside the cornucopia. Michael runs away from the cornucopia. Bonnie runs away from the cornucopia. Nemesis snatches a bottle of alcohol and a rag. Oh, you're gonna make a Molotov. Freddy grabs a backpack, not realizing it's empty. Oh, poor Freddy Krueger. Day 1. Bonnie attacks Harry Mason, but he manages to escape. Of course, the Silent Hill protagonist would manage to escape from Bonnie. Chucky explores the arena. Freddy searches for a water source. The Necromorph goes hunting. Jason attacks the Amnesia Monster, but they manage to escape. The Stag receives fresh food from an unknown sponsor. Who is sponsoring that thing? Kong tries to spearfish with a trident. I don't know how well that's gonna work for you, Kong. Godzilla receives fresh food from an unknown sponsor. I can understand sponsoring Godzilla. Ghostface receives clean water from an unknown sponsor. I bet he threatens somebody to get that sponsorship. Oh no! Frankenstein begs for Invisible Man to kill him. He refuses, keeping Frankenstein alive. I like to think that Invisible Man wasn't even there, and Frankenstein was just on his hands and knees, just being like begging him, and the Invisible Man was like in a completely different room or something. The hotel tries to sleep through the entire day. I didn't know hotels had to sleep. King Ramses receives medical supplies from an unknown sponsor. Okay, I can understand with how scary Ramses is, you don't want to get on his bad side. Nemesis collects fruit from a vending machine. Cursed tape stalks the Predator. Xenomorph and the Warden work together for the day. Pinhead makes a slingshot, probably gonna try to go after the Predator. Dead Hand receives fresh food from an unknown sponsor. I have a feeling that sponsorship is out of fear. Pennywise diverts Michael's attention and runs away, probably because Michael's not afraid of him. Night 1. Jason destroys Dead Hand supplies while they're asleep. Pinhead, Chucky, and Necromorph sleep in shifts. The Cursed Tape, King Ramses, Harry Mason, the Invisible Man, and Ghostface sleep in shifts. Frankenstein sets up camp for the night. The Predator screams for help. What? You're the Predator! What is making you scream? What do you need help with? Is it the Ghost Microwave or Grimace? I thought I got rid of them. Nemesis and the Warden sleep in shifts. Bonnie, the hotel, Freddy, and the Amnesia Monster sleep in shifts. Stag stays awake all night, contemplating on what candy he's gonna lick next. Michael climbs a tree to rest. It's like one of those small fake office trees, plant things. He just climbs up there and is like, this is good enough. Kong sees a fire but stays hidden. Godzilla defeats Xenomorph in a fight but spares her life. Yeah, there's no way the Xenomorph could actually defeat Godzilla. Pennywise starts a fire. Is this same fire that King Kong saw? Because I can understand King Kong for wanting to stay hidden, especially if there's like a creepy clown just around the fire with the light and shadows and everything. Ugh. Day 2. Frankenstein and Necromorph split up to search for resources. Harry Mason stalks the stag. He's probably getting a little hungry, honestly. Godzilla travels to higher ground. Michael tries to spearfish with a trident. Ghostface steals from the amnesia monster while they aren't looking. Nemesis, the Warden, King Ramses, Pinhead, and the Cursed Tape hunt for other tributes. That is actually a terrifying lineup right there. Dead Hand, Pennywise, the Predator, and the Xenomorph hunt for other tributes. That's also a terrifying lineup right there. The hotel diverts King Kong's attention and runs away. The Invisible Man constructs a shack. Jason stalks Bonnie. Chucky receives medical supplies from an unknown sponsor. Oh no, why? Freddy Krueger dies from thirst. Our fallen tributes. One cannon shot can be heard in the distance. Freddy from District 2. Let's take a moment of silence. Night 2. Bonnie quietly hums. Ghostface stays awake all night. Michael loses sight of where he is, probably because of the mask. The Warden and Necromorph run into each other and decide to truce for the night. Those are a terrifying pair right there. The hotel receives an explosive from an unknown sponsor. Dead Hand and the Xenomorph tell stories about themselves to each other. Oh my goodness, those are probably some really disturbing stories. Like, Dead Hand's probably talking about all the Zelda Sheikah stuff at the bottom of the well and Shadow Temple. Xenomorph is like, oh yeah, it burst out of this guy's chest once. King Ramses forces Harry Mason to kill Frankenstein or Nemesis. He decides to kill Frankenstein. Oh my goodness, what does King Ramses have on you, Harry? What? And honestly, like, Frankenstein, yeah, no, I wouldn't want to try to kill Nemesis either. The Invisible Man and Jason sleep in shifts. Pennywise dies of dysentery. The Stag, Pinhead, the Cursed Tape, Godzilla, and Chucky sleep in shifts. The amnesia monster tends to their wounds. I have no idea how you even got hurt. The Predator attempts to start a fire but is unsuccessful. Aw, poor Predator. King Kong receives fresh food from an unknown sponsor. Good for you, King Kong. Day 3. The hotel discovers a river. Godzilla makes a wooden spear. Harry Mason injures himself. Dead Hand and Bonnie hunt for other tributes. Necromorph goes hunting. King Ramses travels to the higher ground. Cursed Tape, the Warden, the Stag, and Michael raid Pinhead's camp while he is hunting. Jason overhears Invisible Man and the Predator talking in the distance. Or is it just the Predator talking to himself? Oh my goodness, the amnesia monster sets an explosive off, killing Chucky. I didn't think you knew how to use that stuff. The Xenomorph, Ghostface, and Nemesis hunt for other tributes. King Kong discovers a cave. 3 cannon shots can be heard in the distance. Frankenstein, District 11. Pennywise, District 8. Chucky, District 9. Take a moment of silence for our fallen tributes. Night 3. The Stag questions his sanity. The Cursed Tape severely injures Jason, but injures him out of his misery? What does that even mean? So Jason might be out. I don't know. Pinhead fends Xenomorph, Ramses, and Bonnie away from his fire. Michael destroys Nemesis's supplies while he was asleep. Warden, Necromorph, the hotel, and Predator sleep in shifts. Godzilla goes to sleep. The amnesia monster defeats Harry Mason in a fight, but spares his life. The Invisible Man looks at the fluorescent lights. Ghostface receives a hatchet from an unknown sponsor. Probably somebody he threatened, or maybe a friend who's in on it with him. King Kong destroys Dead Hand supplies while they're asleep. Day 4. The Warden steals from Ghostface while he isn't looking. Did you steal the hatchet? Nemesis receives a hatchet from an unknown sponsor. So wait, I have a theory. The Warden stole the hatchet from Ghostface, became a sponsor of Nemesis, and gave it to him. It's the only explanation. Godzilla scares the Cursed Tape off. The Invisible Man and Xenomorph hunt for other tributes. The hotel forces Ramses to kill Harry Mason or Dead Hand. He decides to kill Harry Mason. Oh my goodness, Harry Mason's out. And also, what does the hotel have on King Ramses? And you know, I feel like this is just King Ramses tying up loose ends with Harry Mason. Kong begs for Pinhead to kill him. He refuses, keeping Kong alive. The Necromorph attacks Predator, but he manages to escape. Michael receives clean water from an unknown sponsor. The amnesia monster discovers a river. The Stag strangles Bonnie after engaging in a fistfight. 3 cannon shots can be heard in the distance. Jason from District 10, Harry Mason, District 12, Bonnie, District 12. A moment of silence for our tributes. Night 4. Dead Hand is unable to start a fire and sleeps without warmth. Necromorph lets Ramses into his shelter. The Stag thinks about winning. Godzilla, the Amnesia Monster, and Nemesis and Invisible Man tell each other ghost stories to lighten the mood. Kong tries to sing himself to sleep. The Warden also tries to sing himself to sleep. They should get together and sing to each other. The Xenomorph receives fresh food from an unknown sponsor. Michael, the Predator, and Ghostface cheerfully sing songs together. Pinhead receives fresh food from an unknown sponsor. The hotel dies trying to escape the arena. I did not expect the hotel to go out like that. Curse Tape climbs a tree to rest. Kong thinks about home. Godzilla, Ghostface, the Necromorph, the Invisible Man, and Michael hunt for other tributes. Nemesis tries to sleep throughout the entire day. Dead Hand discovers a cave. Not another cave! Ramses receives a hatchet from an unknown sponsor. I like to think that it's the same hatchet just going around, and that they're just sponsoring each other, and they're like, hey, here, take this. The Warden hunts for other tributes. The Stag searches for a water source. Oh, the Curse Tape dies from an infection? How does that even work? Pinhead discovers a river. The Amnesia Monster searches for a water source. Xenomorph tries spearfish with a trident. Good luck with that. The Predator receives an explosive from an unknown sponsor. 2 cannon shots can be heard in the distance. The Overlook Hotel, District 9. Curse Tape, District 5. A moment of silence for our tributes. Night 5. The Xenomorph looks at the fluorescent lights. Michael thinks about home. The Warden dies from an infection. Gosh darn it. The Necromorph convinces King Kong to snuggle with him. Okay. What is going on? The Invisible Man and Pinhead hold hands. You guys are supposed to be killing each other. Not holding hands and snuggling. The Amnesia Monster is unable to start a fire and sleeps without warmth. The Stag looks at the fluorescent lights. Godzilla and Ramses run into each other and decide to truce for the night. Predator pushes Nemesis off a cliff during a night fight. Oh, did the Predator just kill the Nemesis? Ghostface thinks about home. Dead Hand unknowingly eats toxic berries. Oh, he's out. Day 6. The Invisible Man injures himself. Necromorph sees smoke on the other side of the door, but decides not to investigate. Probably for the best. The Predator searches for a water source. Godzilla defeats Ramses in a fight but spares his life. The Stag stalks Xenomorph. Pinhead attacks Kong, but he manages to escape. Michael tries to sleep through the entire day. The Amnesia Monster discovers yet another cave. Ghostface receives clean water from an unknown sponsor. Yeah, no, he definitely threatened somebody. 3 cannon shots can be heard in the distance. The Warden, District 7, Nemesis, District 4, and Dead Hand, District 6. A moment of silence for our tributes. Also, I would like to take this time, instead of showing you guys a fake sponsor video that I made, to thank the person who designed the arena this time. That's right, the one and only Jigsaw. None of this would be possible this episode without him. Night 6. Necromorph and Ghostface tell stories about themselves to each other. Oh my goodness, King Kong spears Michael in the abdomen. I think Kong just took Michael out. The Xenomorph tries to treat their infection. The Invisible Man tries to treat his infection. Michael and Ramses sleep in shifts. The Stag receives clean water from an unknown sponsor. Who would want to sponsor that thing? Predator's trap kills the Amnesia Monster. Oh, the Predator is starting to get in the game. Godzilla is awoken by nightmares. Day 7. The Invisible Man forces Xenomorph to kill the Predator or the Stag. They decide to kill the Stag. Oh, the creepy deer thing's out. And also, how did the Invisible Man force the Xenomorph to do that? Godzilla and King Kong fight Ghostface and King Ramses. Godzilla and Kong survive. Oh, is Ghostface and King Ramses out? Pinhead tends to Necromorph's wounds. 5 cannon shots can be heard in the distance. Michael Myers, District 10. the Amnesia Monster, District 11, the Stag, District 4, Ghostface, District 5, and King Ramses, District 6. A moment of silence for tributes. Night 7. The Predator looks at the fluorescent lights. Pinhead and Kong hold hands. What is with you? Wasn't it Pinhead and the Necromorph or whoever holding hands too? What is going on? Godzilla tries to treat his infection. The Invisible Man thinks about winning. Necromorph climbs a tree to rest. And the Xenomorph looks at the fluorescent lights. The feast! The cornucopia is replenished with food, supplies, weapons, and memoirs from the tributes families. The Xenomorph decides not to go to the feast. Godzilla spears the Necromorph in the abdomen. I think he's out. The Predator severely injures Kong and leaves him to die. I think King Kong's out too. The Invisible Man decides not to go to the feast. Pinhead decides not to go to the feast. Day 8. The Invisible Man searches for firewood. Pinhead shoots an arrow into the Predator's head. The Predator's out too. The Xenomorph defeats Godzilla in a fight but spares his life. 3 cannon shots can be heard in the distance. Necromorph from District 3, King Kong, District 7, Predator, District 2. A moment of silence for tributes. Night 8. Pinhead receives an explosive from an unknown sponsor. The Xenomorph silently snaps Godzilla's neck. What the heck? The Invisible Man receives clean water from an unknown sponsor. Day 9. Pinhead defeats Xenomorph in a fight but spares their life. The Invisible Man practices his archery. Yeah, you better. 1 cannon shot can be heard in the distance. Godzilla, District 1. A moment of silence for our tribute. Night 9. Pinhead sets up camp for the night. Oh my goodness, the Xenomorph bashes the Invisible Man's head against a rock several times. They tracked him down and oh my goodness, he's out. Day 10. Pinhead stabs the Xenomorph in the back with a trident. 2 cannon shots can be heard in the distance. Invisible Man, District 3. Xenomorph, District 1. A moment of silence for our tributes. And we have the winner. The winner is Pinhead from District 8. For a minute there, I thought everybody forgot about the Invisible Man and he was gonna win. Oh, that was so close. That was so close. But yeah, no, Pinhead, you are this round's victor. Up on the pedestal of champions you go. If you have any suggestions for any characters, places, things, or whatever you want to see in the Hunger Games, let me know in the comments below. Other than that, I'm gonna go ahead and end this video here. I hope you've enjoyed it, and I will see you next one. Goodbye.